Yeah, good day, my beautiful people. On the headline today says Tinubu is not yet our Nigeria president. Tinubu not yet Nigeria's president. This is coming from Archbishop Onaiyekan. Onaiyekan. Okay. On security, corruption, economy, we are still where we have been for 10 years. Okay. Archbishop Emeritus of the Catholic Archdiocese of Abuja, John Cardinal Onaiyekan, has said that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not yet Nigeria's president until the courts have finished their job and declare who is Nigeria's president. The former president of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, in this interview with Saturday Sun, also said Tinubu is obviously laboring under a very serious liability of questionable legitimacy. In an interview with Idoge Paulinus in Abuja, Onaiyekan x-rayed the fight against insecurity, a war against corruption, and the fixing of the nation's economy, among other issues, giving a damning verdict that we are still where we have been for the past 10 years. Wow. Now, there are so many questions that are being asked of Onaiyekan. Now, one says, what are your views on the activities of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu since assumption of office? He says, honestly, it is difficult to have any views on the activities of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu since, in my own opinion, he is not yet our president until the courts have finished their job and declare who is our president. He is obviously laboring under a very serious liability of a questionable legitimacy. Now, you said Tinubu is not yet our president until the courts have finished their job. But Tinubu was sworn in on May 29. He has been taking decisions that are having impact on Nigerians, whether negatively or positively. Are you saying that no one is in charge? Are you saying that no one is piloting the affairs of the nation? He said that the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, with the electoral law based on it, clearly makes a provision for post-election. Yeah, post-election, and that's what it is. A provision for post-election, and also what are we having to do that for? Because the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, with the electoral law based on it, clearly makes a provision for post-election petitions tribunal. Now, on the other hand, the Constitution of the Federation of Nigeria, and also, candidates for election commit themselves to accepting the result of the election as declared by Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), which is the agency of a government with the authority to conduct elections. But the candidates are also told to take any grievances to the court if they are not satisfied with the decision of INEC. Right now, this is what Atiku, Obi, and others have done. It was also a point strongly made at the two highly publicized declarations for peaceful election made by politicians and political parties at ceremonies anchored by the National Peace Committee before the elections. I take all this to mean that the declaration of a result by INEC is not final. It is subject to the adjudication of the courts, which may either confirm or reject the declaration of INEC. It means that until the court gives a final judgment on a disputed election result, the election process cannot be said to be concluded. A swearing-in ritual of any candidate still being disputed does not change this fact, and therefore it is my position that a president sworn in under our present circumstances is at best holding office in a temporary capacity. Now, until his status is confirmed, if and when the court confirms him, I will give him my full loyalty. But if and when the court disqualifies him or disqualifies him, that means there is no verdict. he should immediately quit the office, and that's what it is. This is not an empty hypothesis because de facto it has happened with some governors in the states. Well, the tribunal processes in the court are therefore not a mere formality with no consequences. It is true that practically all the previous presidents have taken office with cases pending in court. That so far all were eventually confirmed does not mean that this will always be so. This is why I fully agree with the committee that all court cases should be disposed of before swearing in anybody at any level of government. This is the case in most countries. Even in Africa, there is, of course, the broader issue that our electoral law should be drastically drafted. Well, should be drafted drastically and also redrafted to ensure that elections are held with minimum rancor and controversy. Again, as is the case in most nations, Nigeria must move forward. Yes, forward ever, backward never. Yes, forward ever, backward never. On the next question, what is your take on the removal of Godwin Emefiele, Abdulrasheed Bawa, service chiefs from office? Will their removal improve the security situation, the economic situation, and the fight against corruption? Now, the removal of Emefiele and Bawa is different from the removal of service chiefs from office. Now, I understand that the service chiefs have served their tenure and normally have to be changed. As for Emefiele and Bawa, there are allegations against them, as we can now see. Whichever way it goes, people in these positions are not supposed to be there forever. It is supposed to be good for the nation that they are changed after some time. As for the security situation, the economic, and the fight against the corruption, we have not seen any move in any direction that is taking us out of the woods. We are still where we have been for the past 10 years. What are your views on the removal of fuel subsidy? We were told the problem of fuel subsidy is that some few people are stealing a lot of money from Nigeria under the protest or pretext of bringing the subsidized fuel for the people. There is also the allegation that a lot of the subsidized fuel is going outside to other countries. Our neighbors and neighboring country. This means that we are subsidizing corruption and the fuel needs of our neighbors. If that is a problem, I believe it is a problem that should be solved, not creating new problems by totally removing subsidy. By this, I mean it should be possible to determine who are those abusing the system of importance of fuel from abroad. System of importation of fuel from abroad. Those people who are alleged to be short changing the nation. In other words, tackle the corruption. The other path of tankers of fuel crossing the border to the people in Cameroon, Niger, and Chad. The answer is simple enough. What do we have a border police for? Why do we have the customs and immigration services? We should safely secure our borders and make sure that our subsidized fuels stay with us. I said well. Stay with us. But time may not permit us to move further. This is what I'm going to draw the curtain. I'd like you to share your views in the comment section. Thanks for listening and God bless you.